It started as breaking news, then became background noise. Now it's 2025. Still bombing cities. Still sending drones. Russia still calling it a special military operation. At this point, it's more of a special military embarrassment. Welcome to PastCast, where the past echoes through the present. Putin wanted to take Kiev in 3 days. It's been over 1,200 days. He's taken some trenches and a half-empty village with no plumbing. He promised glory. He delivered drone footage of burnt tanks. Nobody knows Putin's actual war plan. Not the soldiers, not the generals, not even Putin. Some say it's about NATO. Some say it's about history. Most say it's about ego. And if you ask the Kremlin, they'll say it's about de-Nazification. But Zelensky is Jewish, and Russia's bombing synagogues now. So, sure, Vlad, very anti-Nazi of you. So what's new in 2025? Well, Russia just launched 400 drones in one night. Target? Power grids, water pipes, the hospital. Probably someone's grandma baking bread. Ukraine says it's terrorism. The world condemns, as usual. Russia says it's business as usual. Drones now rule the war. Iran sends Russia Shaheds, the flying mopeds of modern warfare. Ukraine uses IKEA-looking 3D printed drones. Sky full of buzzing death. Cost? Cheap. Accuracy? Decent. Morality? Missing. And then Trump re-enters the chat. Yes, that Trump, the one who claimed he could end the war in 24 hours. Obviously, he couldn't. Now he's giving both sides 50 days to make peace. Or else. No one knows what "or else" means. Even Trump forgot. He probably thinks Ukraine is part of Ohio. But the real twist? Trump reportedly asked Zelensky, "Can you hit Moscow?" That's like asking your friend to start a bar fight, right after telling everyone you're a peace activist. Zelensky blinked, then gave him that "I haven't slept in 3 years" look. Zelensky is never alone. For the sake of dignity, the Western world is standing behind him. He went from comedian to wartime leader to international symbol of "please send more ammo." Collecting weapons like it's Pokemon Go, NATO edition. Zelensky speaks in every language, to every parliament, on every platform. The man does more press than Taylor Swift. Each speech ends with, "Thank you. Now please send tanks." He begs for missiles. The West holds 100 meetings, then sends 5. He begs for jets. The West tweets, "We stand with Ukraine," then sends helmets. By the time aid arrives, the front line has already moved, again. He asks to join NATO. NATO says, "Finland? Sweden? Sure. Ukraine? Maybe after the war you're dying in." But you can't say NATO isn't helping. They use what they're best at. Sanctions and strongly worded emails, trademark NATO. They sanctioned everything. They slapped tariffs on Russia and all his friends. Russian oil, Russian gold, Russian cats. Oligarchs cried over their yachts and frozen bank accounts. But to be fair, the West didn't want World War III. And they didn't want Ukraine to lose either. So they sent weapons, money, sympathy, but no boots. NATO said, "We're with you, in spirit, mostly." Putin isn't alone either. He has friends from Belarus, shouting loudly into a void. From North Korea, sending soldiers who still need toilet training. From China, inviting Russia to parades but not battles. From India, buying cheap oil with expired coupons. Everyone nods politely at his empire dreams, then quietly checks their exit strategy. Even Iran is like, "Bro, we cause chaos too, but this is getting embarrassing." Putin wanted to be remembered as a strong man. Now, he's remembered as a confused man with nukes and no friends. He thought Ukraine would collapse. Instead, his own troops surrendered with Google Translate apps. He thought he'd rebuild the empire. Instead, he revived NATO, grew Europe's defense budgets, and brought neutral countries to the front lines. He triggered everything he feared and gained almost nothing he wanted. But maybe that's the point. In the old days, empires conquered with horses and swords. Today, you can't just march in and claim a flag. Because modern nations don't fold. They fight back with drones, memes, and Molotov cocktails. You can't occupy identity. You can't conquer a people who've already decided they're free. Even superpowers now learn the same ancient truth. It's easy to invade. It's hard to win. And it's nearly impossible to leave without looking like a fool. So when Russia says, "We're winning," but no one's listening anymore. Thank you for watching PastCast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the next empire falls.